This is cutting down the nets from the Wisconsin Dells. The adults are drinking, the kids are asleep. Man, pulled off another Dells trip. That's the first sweat of the day. The second sweat of the day is Seattle. So we're sweating Seattle against New Mexico State. Last 7 days look good. Full year looks good. And much like today, Tuesday's schedule looks the same, where you have about 30 games and then, like 20% show value. So you dig into the matchups and try to make a decision. So let's look at the schedule for Tuesday. So the first game that shows with the possession of value is Arkansas, Florida. Paddy has Arkansas by 4.5, and the line is only 1. But shot quality gives the edge to Florida there. So when it's conflicting like that, I don't know, it presents some risks. And I think Arkansas is back. Like they're all the way back. Um, and then Florida getting Colin Castleton back has really boasted their defense. And their last handful of games looked like early in the year when everyone was healthy. So um, tough deal here. And you'll have to decide which way you go. As of right now, I'm sitting it out. But if I could get some plus points for Arkansas somehow, if that would flip, I'd be interested. Alabama, Vanderbilt, look, a lot of 3-pointers in this game. It's a high variance game. And Alabama's like king variance, like Jekyll and Hyde. They make threes, they don't make threes, and then you kind of have to deal with the large range of outcomes there. So it's kind of frustrating. The first game showing value for me is UNLV Nevada, and this is where shot quality agrees as well. So this opened as a pick'em, and now UNLV is getting 1.5, and that's enough for me to pull the trigger. So I just give small edges to UNLV kind of across the board, and specifically in offensive and defensive efficiencies. And anytime I can bet against Steve Alford, sign me up. Next up, Richmond and George Washington. This is what I'm talking about, where if it's this far apart, I'm out. So Paddy has it close to a pick 'em. Shot quality says, yeah, I'd take Richmond by 14. Lines at 7. Just going to sit that out. Buffalo and Miami of Ohio, similar situation. Recent efficiencies favor Buffalo. Shot quality has it so far different that I'm just kind of out. Georgia, Texas A&M on paper looks okay, and I think the line could grow to 12, maybe 12 and a half. But I mean, I think Georgia quit. Like they're done. Like season's over. You've won 5 games. Um, there's some bad teams in the SEC I trust. This is not one of them. And matchup wise, there's enough edges for the Aggies there that I think I'll just sit that out as well. Differences in shot quality here. I have Siena come within 1 of Monmouth. Shot quality says 11, line 6. So something's got to give there. I just don't like that much difference in shot quality. Same with Ball State, Kent State, and same with St. Thomas and North Dakota. Cal State, Bakersfield at Cal Poly. I was hoping for like 2.5, 3 points, but I can live with a 1.5. That's at like 2 casinos right now. I think Bet Online and Bet MGM. Everything else is a 1. I don't know if we'll get some buyback there and that 1.5 comes back. I mean, you can always sit it out. You can just wait and live bet it. I mean, there's a lot of angles you can take. So 2 bad teams here, but Poly's been slightly more efficient and shot quality likes that side marginally as well. So this is thin. I mean, we're talking about 3 points of value here. The first game, Poly was plagued by 21 turnovers, and that's certainly a possibility here again. That's why this is yellow. It's not green. It's one of those good enough given the schedule that we were dealt. So what that looks like for me right now is give me some points with UNLV and Cal Poly any way I can. Wednesday's schedule kind of back to normal, like hundreds of games and probably a much bigger pool. But these last few days, I'm not forcing it. Whatever shows, and we're trying to make good decisions. This is cutting down the net.